exciting cruise news. We have a major update on the Carnival Festivale that includes video. We can't wait to share it with you on the show today. Plus, big news for those of you who cruise out of Port Canaveral. A terminal is getting a major upgrade. And I'm also sharing one thing that's never made sense to me. In all my years of cruising and all my trips, this has never made sense. I'm sharing it with you. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. Happy Friday, August 7th. We're finally to Friday and the weekend. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by the show today. We're on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. The next 12 or 14 minutes discussing the latest in cruising and cruise news. It's the weekend, and I would just assume that both you and I and everyone watching this video has something to do that's cruise related this weekend. What are you doing cruise related? Are you planning a cruise, planning an excursion, booking your hotel or airfare, or maybe even getting on a ship? Let us know that in the comments section below. We have big and exciting cruise news to share. We like to do that on the show. And if you'd like to follow that sort of thing, be sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to receive notifications when we update content and upload content, which is just about every single day. A big update for those of you who are sitting on the edge of your loungers or bar stools, whichever one, on the Carnival Festivale. We're excited about this. And just like a lot of you, we've been watching this closely. We have a huge group of over 100 people on the inaugural transatlantic sailing and the first U.S. sailing as well. So many of you are going on that trip with us, or you have the ship booked and you're watching the construction process just like we are. We got a surprise today. Thank you, Meyer Werft. Thank you to the shipyard who said, you know what? Let's put some content out there. Let's share an update with these cruisers, these addicts, I'll admit, the addict, who are waiting and watching to see if this ship is progressing as it should be, if it will be delivered on time. Meyer Werft provided some exciting news and updates via video. I will start to show the video right here. The shipyard reporting that the last of the propulsion pods has been attached to the ship's hull. A major milestone in the shipbuilding process is now done. And they show you with this video that you're watching now how the process takes place. It's interesting to see the crane carry the last pod into place. You can see that one pod has already been set. It is there. This is the last one. You can also see work taking place in the background, showing that there are all kinds of different avenues and pieces of this project. They're not just working on one thing at a time. We usually don't get to see pieces of the building process like this, but this was kind of cool, a 1-minute video that the shipyard says, I know you have an appetite for this, and let us fill that appetite some. I could have watched an hour of video just like this, but the shipyard is reporting everything is going well. Then they also shared that the propellers on these pods won't be installed until closer to the launch date. But let's review the checklist. There's been a lot take place, right from the steel cutting ceremony to construction beginning. All 949 crew cabins are already in place. They're installed. The engines have been installed. The pods now have been installed, and work will continue on the exterior portion of the ship. Soon we'll have a float out, right, in several months, and work will continue on the interior portion of the ship. The ship is progressing, and they keep showing pictures, not a lot of video. Meyer Werft, if you're listening, Carnival, if you're listening, we'll take more videos like that. We'll all contribute to them as well. We like these updates. The shipyard, though, and the cruise line, I would say, is behind this, sharing updates regularly so that you and I know she's ready to go. She is set to go. She is on time, as far as we can tell, for her inaugural sailing May the 2nd of 2027 from London to the United States. 15 days. We will be on board. Our airline ticket is already purchased. And many of you, like I said, you're already booked on her as well. If you're not on the inaugural transatlantic sailing or the inaugural U.S. sailing, you may have the ship booked. Let us know if you already have her booked. And if you don't, there's your homework for this weekend. Carnival Cruise Line has some great sales and specials. Right now, they have some reduced deposits as well. We'd love to help you connect with those sales. Reach out to us, travel@bookislandtime.com. Look at the ship. She's going to be fantastic. And as far as we can tell, she's going to be on time, which is great. Let us know if you are sailing on her in the comment section below. We're going to move on to cruise news story number 2. here, and this is involving Port Canaveral. Port Canaveral is one of the busiest cruise ports in the world, right? Miami is number 1 in the country. Port Canaveral is number 2. They have gone back and forth a little bit over the years, but Port Canaveral continues to grow. Money continues to pour in to Port Canaveral, and the port continues to invest in the facilities there. They are building new facilities, but they're also investing in current facilities. Terminal 10 is a terminal that several cruise lines cruise from. It's been in need of an update, of an upgrade for quite some time, and the port is doing that upgrade. It's going to be a year-plus upgrade. It's going to cost $95 million, but she's going to look completely different whenever she is done. There's new security screening stations. There's new luggage holding areas. There's new outdoor facilities and bus lanes and covered walkways. There's new escalators and elevators and signage. There's new heat and air systems being into place. There's new glass windows that will bring in natural light as well. The renovation is going to be a big one. And it's going to expand the terminal by almost 30%. And when you expand the terminal by 30%, that means that you can move more passengers through that terminal, which also means that that terminal can house and host bigger and larger ships. And that is exactly what Port Canaveral wants. They want the biggest and the best cruise ships to sail from Port Canaveral. And they're saying that this terminal, when it's said and done, will be able to host the biggest and largest cruise ships in the world. Disney, MSC, and Royal Caribbean currently use this terminal. Other cruise lines could use this terminal as well, especially after this renovation and expansion. This is going to change Port Canaveral just a little bit. We're excited about this. $95 million is a lot of money. Kudos to the port there at Port Canaveral for investing in this terminal. Have you cruised from Port Canaveral? It's my favorite place to cruise from in the United States. Yes, it beats out Galveston, believe it or not. I have a lot of places that I like to go. If you cruise from Port Canaveral, let me know. And I'm going to tell you, be sure to hit up this place and this place. There's a lot of them. The Sandbar is one of them. The Preacher's Bar is another one as well. Reach out to me. We can help you manage your travel and tell you where to go the day before you cruise. Hit up Ron John as well. Do you cruise from Port Canaveral? Let us know in the comments section below. I got to talk about this. This is a cruise news story, but at the same time, I've never got this. I never get why people want to do this, and maybe I just need to experience it for myself to see what all the hoopla is about. This has never made sense to me in all of cruising. Here's the cruise news. A New Yorker, a cruiser from New York, recently went on a Norwegian cruise, was having a blast, but he had the urge to do something I've never had the urge to do. Swim with the pigs. I live in Arkansas. Our mascot is the Razorback. We have wild hogs and boars everywhere. I for sure don't want to swim with one of them. Swimming with the pigs, though. You've seen pictures, you've seen videos, you've seen it offered as a shore excursion. I don't know if you've done it or not. I've never done it. I've never considered it. This guy did it. This New York cruiser did it. He actually paid somewhere around $200, a little bit less than $200 a person to go swim with the pigs. I just can't wrap my mind around. Let's get in the water. Come on, pig. If you see hogs, wild hogs here in Arkansas, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a surprise. He was bitten by one of the pigs. He was bitten by one of these wild creatures, okay, that don't necessarily live in the water, live on land. They like to roll around in water and mud. But this cruiser got bit. He had to get stitches. He feared he had rabies. His cruise changed from that point on, you could imagine. When he got home, his life was different a little bit as well. This caused lacerations and stitches in his leg. You can imagine things were just a little bit different. We hope he's doing okay. We hope he's fully recovered by now. And we hope that he can do everything that he did prior to this incident taking place. But this is just the latest incident of a human swimming with a pig. There's all kinds of incidents that have taken place. And I'm not saying don't do anything that could cause an incident because you have to live life a little bit. But there's a track record here of the pigs and the people swimming in the water together. I just don't understand the urge of swimming with the pigs. I don't know how it takes place. Do you think the handlers, or do the handlers wash the pigs before each excursion? Do they wash them at the beginning of each day? Are they clean? I hope they're clean. I don't know. Some of you have done this and you can tell me these things. Do you think the handlers are there to wipe the snouts and wipe the mouths when slobber takes place or drool takes place? Does the water just wash it away? I don't know. Do you think the pigs get out of the water to use the bathroom? Do you think the pigs are trained that, hey, when I need to pee, when I need to poop, I get out of the water? I think that answer is no. I don't know. Do you think they tell the handlers when they're hungry so they don't get hangry? I don't know. I don't get it, but I see it everywhere. It is at several ports of call, and it is popular because it is offered at several ports of call. So people are booking these excursions to connect people and pigs in the water. I don't get it, and maybe you do. If you do, please share some more information with me in the comments section so maybe I can gain some knowledge here around the understanding of why people want to swim with pigs. Please share it. And literally, seriously, maybe I need to try it on my next cruise just to see what all the hype is about. I don't think that's going to happen, but we will see. Have you done this excursion? If you have not, would you do this excursion? Share that with us in the comment section below. I hope work is done for the week. That is the cruise news for today. Hope your work is done. Hope you're at home, you're relaxing, and you're doing something cruise related. Share that with us before you leave the show. Be sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and we'll see what you have to say in the comment section below. We'll see you down there on our social media pages and all weekend right here on Island Time. At live.